Wow. It seems the Demon King's finally been defeated this chapter. I'm not sure how I feel about it either. The fight's been going on for a long time, but this finish just seemed a bit anticlimactic. The chapter basically just consisted of the Sins doing a combo attack and defeating the Demon King with it. It really wasn't even much of a problem. I wasn't expecting the Demon King to be a massive threat in this form, as it was basically just his last-ditch effort. But I think this should have been a double chapter or something, because this just felt too quick and easy. Meliodas didn't even go into his Demon King form, which is another problem I have with this chapter. There's just no reason for him not to use it. Escanor's literally risking his life by using his power, yet Meliodas is just holding back for some unknown reason. Plus, seeing two Demon King level characters going at each other in a 1v1 would have been epic. They could have had a father-son showdown to see who was really the stronger of the two. The chapter was even called The World Isn't Big Enough for the Both of Us, which is something the Demon King brought up before, saying how the world was rejecting the fact that there were two Demon Kings, yet Meliodas didn't even use his Demon King form. Though I guess he really didn't need it because the Demon King went down pretty easily. Honestly, even without using his Demon King form, they probably could have gotten by without Escanor giving up his life force to extend his power, which makes it all the more stupid, as he basically killed himself for nothing. Of course, if Escanor didn't do so, we wouldn't have gotten those epic chapters, and I do like that he's involved with the fight. I just think if the Demon King was a bit stronger, and if Meliodas had to use his Demon King form, then Escanor's sacrifice would have made far more sense, as it would have felt like they really needed him to do so, and it wouldn't have felt like such a waste. Okay, that's enough with the ranting. This chapter had its redeeming qualities as well. I thought their final combo attack was pretty cool, and the reason for it being able to take down the Demon King actually made sense. Gothar's attack wasn't actually an attack, but a magic nullifying power, and Merlin used her power to combine it with everyone else's attack, which made it so the attack would nullify the Demon King's ruler ability. Meliodas then used his clones to bat the attack around with full counters over and over again, doubling its power each time, finally letting it loose on the Demon King, destroying his body, and seemingly killing him for good. The final page shows the Demon King without his helmet, talking to Meliodas, telling him he will regret this, and telling him the cycle of light and darkness will never end. Meliodas tells him he knows, and the Demon King disappears. Off into the wind. We never really got to truly know the Demon King or his past, and we never really saw what his relationship with Meliodas was, so I didn't really feel much from that scene. But I did think it was a pretty good way to send him off. Maybe we'll see some of the Demon King's past when the Supreme Deity's introduced, if that ever happens. For all we know, this could actually be the end, and there might only be a few chapters left. I hope that isn't the case, though. The Supreme Deity's too important of a character to be left out, and Arthur still hasn't come back yet. In the last few chapters, Arthur might be revived, which could lead into a spin-off manga with him. But either way, I think the story needs to continue. The Supreme Deity deserves an entire arc revolving around her. If she becomes their enemy, it would create an interesting dynamic, considering Mael and some of the other angels have already fought alongside with the Seven Deadly Sins. This would mean that the angels would have to choose a side, and they may even split into factions. If Mael gets his grace back, they might even have to fight the one Mael, or maybe Mael would fight the Supreme Deity. Either way, that's something I would like to see. If this manga does continue, I just hope the next villain is a bit more fleshed out. The Demon King ended up just being an evil guy they needed to overcome. He didn't really have any clear motivation besides wanting to destroy, and he didn't have much of a personality either. If anybody actually made it this far into the video, let me know what you thought of this chapter, and what you thought of the Demon King as a villain, and what you want to happen, or what you think will happen next. And thus, this video is concluded.